So, welcome to this fireside chat where we are talking about our 29th LPPD conference, the one in North America this year in Milwaukee. And with us we have Carolyn Carter, the chair of the conference, Geoff Neely, co-chair, and Larry Navarre as the support, and as well as myself. So first speaker out is Cindy Hines.
So Peter, thank you very much. It's just really exciting to be here and talk to you all about this conference. I think it's going to be a fantastic event, and you'll see in the next few minutes how many wonderful speakers we have. And we're going to be starting with Cindy Hines. Cindy is currently the Director of Enterprise Excellence at A.O. Smith. And as a side note, A.O. Smith is going to be hosting our conference in Milwaukee this year, and we're very excited about that. They are a provider of water heaters and water treatment solutions, and just a fantastic company. So working with Cindy, who is the Director of Enterprise Excellence, which I've done a little bit in the past, she is an incredibly dynamic speaker. She has tremendous insight into lean product and process development, has been a key sponsor of it at A.O. Smith. I think you're going to really enjoy hearing her story, and it should be incredibly inspiring. So please come join us, and Cindy's going to kick us off. Thank you.
And Cindy is followed by myself, Peter Palmer, and I will talk about our global lean agile transformation and give some insights on what we are doing with different brands and different companies with a long history, successful history, but we need to change. So this transformation story, I hope, will be interesting for all of you. Then we have Gustav Höstbo, the next speaker.
So I'm excited to hear from Gustav. He's a partner at Harper and has been involved with many transformations at large and small organizations in different industries. And what he wants to talk about is transformations bring the best of us out. It really helps you grow and bring new ideas and new speed to your development process. So come learn a little bit from Gustav, share your experience, and take home some ideas for transforming your organization.
Thank you, Geoff. And we have Andy Wagner.
Well, Andy comes to us from Boeing, and he is actually in the process end of the business at Boeing Aircraft. And we like to call that the second P in LPPD. And he has deep experience in this and very good knowledge. Now, if you look at that title there, it might be quite long to you. If you're experienced in lean product development, you'll know what these are all about. If you're new to lean product development, you're going to learn a lot from Andy. The topics that he's bringing up here are core to understanding lean product and process development. I think you'll benefit greatly from this.
Thank you, Larry. Then we have Marcus Easterman.
Yes, so Marcos is currently the chief engineer for the lean product and process development implementation at A.O. Smith. He has an academic background as a professor at RIT, and he has been, and before that was in business as well. So he's bringing a tremendous amount of experience and background in lean product and process development to the A.O. Smith organization. He is going to be essentially our host, kind of leading the A.O. Smith, taking the role of host for A.O. Smith for the conference, and we're very excited to be working with him. He's going to be talking about the work that he's been doing with A.O. Smith over the last year and a half, and their transformation, which is moving forward at just incredibly well. And he's also going to be guiding us through the the tour, which we're going to talk about next.
Yeah.
The tour is going to be a essentially poster session, in the sense that we're going to be walking through 3 different areas of their central engineering group, right next door, actually, to the headquarters for A.O. Smith, which is where the conference is going to be. Each area the group will visit, we'll talk about the A.O. Smith process and what they do in that area, and then they're going to highlight an area of lean product and process development in which they've been working, and talk about that, talk about their experience with it, where they are in the process, what the challenges are, and what the benefits are. And it'll be highly engaging and promote a tremendous amount of discussion. So it should be an excellent interactive tour.
Thank you, Carolyn. And then we have learning circles. Geoff, what is this?
So at the end of the day, we want to take some time to reflect on what we've heard during the day. An opportunity to ask, we'll break up into groups, and you can ask peers, what did you hear today? What was a strength that you heard today? What is something you'd like to bring back home? What didn't you understand today? And maybe some peers can help you understand something you didn't quite catch the first time. Reflection is a great exercise for retaining the knowledge that you've just heard, for future recollection. So this is a great session for recapping the day.
That is the systematic part. Then we have a networking buffet that will end when you have to go to sleep, because that's also a way of learning more and catching up with any of the speakers from the first day or from the second day, or just an old friend, to have some good discussions and learn together. And then we move over to the second day, where we have Neil Rolfe. Carolyn.
Yes, so Neil is the vice president of engineering for one of the divisions of A.O. Smith, and he's going to be talking about why A.O. Smith chose to pursue a lean product and process development journey, and a little bit about the transformation as well. It's exciting to hear from him as a vice president and get his perspective on this. So I hope you can join us and hear Neil's his insights on the work that they're doing at A.O. Smith.
Great. And he's followed by Matt Psycho. Larry.
Well, Matt has been an instrumental person in my development when I was trying to create a new exercise in how to manage the product development pipeline. Matt attended my session, and he gave me a totally different perspective on how we could improve that. He's been a lean coach for over 15 years for the Lean Enterprise Institute. And in the last 5 years, he's been with General Electric. And General Electric has gone through a tremendous transformation over the last several years. And he retains with GE Medical. And I am very confident we're going to have a very impressive talk from Matt about how he leads transformation to lean processes at General Electric. It's going to be good.
Very interesting. Thank you. Then we have Christer Lund.
So Christer has a wealth of knowledge from working in practice, as well as his new career of consulting, where he has implemented transformations, successful and failures. And he could share many of the things that worked very well for transformation, and maybe things that didn't work so well, because we can learn from both of those. So Christer always has a great method and presentation on communicating his ideas. So really, this is a great opportunity to hear from Christer and share your ideas.
Great. Then we have another guy with a lot of knowledge. Geoff.
And I'll share my story at Rapiscan Systems, where we came from a traditional waterfall type product development process that was slow and arduous and painful. And after we went to an LPPD conference in 2014, we discovered lean product and process development, and we've been doing it ever since. And it really brought us into the light and built enthusiasm in our organization. And I'll share what I believe were the keys to our transformation. How did we go from feeling like we were in a state of despair to one of hope and of excitement?
Interesting. Continue with Suzette Johnson.
Suzette Johnson, Suzette is joining us again this year. We had the pleasure of having her speak last year in Ann Arbor. And she's going to be joining us again to give us an update on the transformation to lean and agile at Northrop Grumman. Suzette is responsible for the overall transformation at Northrop Grumman, and it's an absolutely massive effort, and she's doing a tremendous job there, and has a tremendous amount of insight into the transformation process, as well as the lean and the agile components of it. So we're looking forward to having Suzette come back. And if you joined us last year, you'll be able to hear more of her story. So I hope you can join us.
Great. And she's followed by Steve Zielinski.
And I'm looking forward to hearing from Steve. Steve's the vice president at Future Cardia, which makes implantable heart monitoring devices. And I think the biomedical industry is famous for being slow and things taking a long time. And Steve has been pushing to accelerate those methods using lean practices and having to transform a very large culture that has traditionally been methodical but slow. And let's hear what Steve has to say for ideas on how we can change our processes and gain speed, even if we think that the culture won't let us do it.
Yeah. And another very experienced person is Tony Wilcox. Larry?
Well, I first met Tony about 10 years ago at a Lean Product and Process Development Exchange conference, and I was profoundly impressed by his leadership in development. Now, he started out at that time, he was transitioning from Harley-Davidson to Zurn plumbing products. And so totally different industries. And Zurn does water management systems and the fundamental elements for a plumbing system. But then he moved again, and now he's at Milwaukee Tool. You might know them as the power tool company. And again, a totally different organization. And so we've got a depth of experience in Tony here that I think it's going to be very informative to our understanding of transformation, given his deep experience over decades now of doing this in development.
Great. And we will end the day with learning circles as the first day. But then, last but not least, Carolyn.
So as a closing discussion with the group, I really would like to take some time to kind of reflect on the tremendous amount of knowledge and insight sharing and learning that we've experienced over the last several days, and encourage everyone to take those things home and actually apply some of them. We'll have some good exercises to help internalize the learnings, and so that you will be able to do that, and that we hope to be able to see you in the coming year, and maybe you can be a presenter next year as well. So we hope you'll join us in Milwaukee in late September and October, and we hope to see you there, and please consider joining us. Thank you.
Thank you. See you
Thank
in
you.
Milwaukee.